Morning. So ready for today's workout. Today we have some back, shoulders and some lower abs that we're going to attempt to kill or at least get them nice and warm and hot and burning. So let's get into it. The first set of exercise we're going to be doing nice and straight arm, which means we're going to want to look at protecting those wrists. We don't want to do anything to hurt those wrists. So instead of trying to do all of them in one set, maybe do all 10 in one, we can split them up into 2 sets of 5s and include some nice wrist circles just to take the pressure off the wrist every so often. You can also include some of those wrist circles, wrist stretches in your warm-up routine just to make sure those wrists are nice and ready for work. Again, remember when we're on our wrists on our hands and knees while in this push-up position, we want to always make sure we're digging those fingertips down to make sure that the forearms are protecting the wrists from injury. You don't just want to have those palms dead down with no protection using the forearms. If you want to make that angle in the wrist a little bit sort of more open when we're doing these exercises, we can make sure that the shoulders are a little bit behind the wrists, allowing for the wrist to have a bit more of an easier angle there, allowing for a bit less pain. And of course, if we can, the correct way would be to have those shoulders directly above. But if we are feeling a lot of pain in the wrists, rather a little bit behind, obviously not so much behind, I'm just showing you as a demonstration, a little bit behind just to take the pressure off, but we're still pushing down to the fingertips. Flat hand pushing down to the fingertips, allowing the wrist to be protected. Good, so we're going to come up into the push-up line. And this is where we're going to start. We're going to make sure that those hips are sort of in line with the shoulders, and the tummy is nice and tight in this position. We don't want the bum down there, and we don't want the hips above the shoulders, in line, but so that we feel that tummy tighten. That will protect our back, and also we tighten up the glutes, and this is where we want to be. Arms under the shoulders, we can feel our position there. We're feeling everything nice and tight, and this is where we start. So the first exercise in the series will be the alternating leg lifts from here. So we want to just lift the leg nice and slowly to the right, and we feel as we're lifting, the obliques have to work. Again, remember we're not dropping the neck is up nice and tall. Pick the spot to look at about 30 centimeters in front of us as we alternate one leg to the next, trying to keep that leg as straight as we can. This is sort of lower abs and glutes. We'll feel it there, and also the back. And we'll do that 5 times to each side, but feel free if you want to get a little bit of extra work in. Double it up. Try to do 10 to each side, but again, you can come down in between each little set. And feel free, you can even do 3 sets if you want that. After that one, we're going to go into the V-stretch series. So this is part of the mountain climber series that we do. So push-up line, back into V-stretch. Try to drop those, move a little forward. Drop those ankles down so that you get a nice stretch there. Keep the back straight. We can stretch here for a few seconds. It always feels nice and good. Okay, so now it's right leg up, and the first one is knee down, straight to the same side elbow. And we pause there for a few seconds and take it back. So we'll do 5 of those, or if you can, 10 of those. Great. Then we're going to go knee to outside of elbow. There we go. So on the outside, so this one, we're getting that oblique that has to work. And we can feel it, and we pause on each side. Remember, on number 5 or 10, we're going to hold there for 10 seconds. And then the third one, I'm going to change legs just to show you so you can see. The third one, it is first straight, then across. We're trying to twist with the rib cage, and we feel the opposite oblique have to work quite a bit there. Straight up, through, across. And this pace that I'm doing it at is sort of the pace where we want to be working. Through and across. And then on number 5 or 10, if you're doing 10, we're going to place that leg down for a second. Open up into a bit of what they call a starfish, and then try to lift that leg, and we just hold for 10 seconds. Obviously that's quite a tough one. Tough on the shoulders, tough on the wrists. You don't have to do that one if you don't want. Then just end off with a nice little through, and you can just hold, you can leave your hold there for 10 seconds, and then back down. Obviously you can do shell stretches in between, and don't forget those little wrist circles to take the pressure off the wrists. Good, enjoy that one.